.9 remaining. What do they draw up? They draw up perfection. Can you believe it? That is Jay Crowder throwing it up. That is Devin Booker setting the screen. And that is Deandre Ayton throwing it down for a game winner with no time remaining. Suns come back and win it 104-103. They're up 2-0. What a stunning finish.
Well, I'll start off by saying that's definitely Jay's game winner. Making a great pass over a 7-footer. Other than that, Coach drew up a great play where, I was in the best position. My teammates trust me and my coaches trust me. And, great Book set a great screen, that freed me up into the lane to at least gather my feet and go for the ball. And the rest is, just off my athleticism and my talent,
I guess that it was. What can you say? It is genuinely one of the most stunning final seconds that we've ever seen in the NBA playoffs, and it might change absolutely everything in the series. Legs, I'll start this hour with you. As you watch that play from both sides, tell me the most important things the fans should be thinking about.
Well, I think it starts with the fact that DeMarcus Cousins, who's on the ball, and look, it's not a bad idea to put a guy that big on the ball, but his angle of his body is just not in the proper position. You need to take away the sight line to the rim, and he's in the corner basically allowing Jay Crowder to have a perfect view and a perfect angle to throw that basketball. So that's really what stood out to me from the Clippers' perspective. Also, when you look at the way it's designed, you've got a back screen set by Devin Booker, and on any screen between two players, if neither one of them have the ball, what you're hoping for is a bump by the defender of the screener. In that case, it's Nicholas Batum. The reason Batum can't bump Deandre Ayton, he's guarding Devin Booker, and he is so worried about Devin Booker popping out to the corner. And with .9, plenty of time for a guy like Devin Booker, who's one of the best shooters in this league, to square it up and knock it down. So Batum has to hug Booker, doesn't give any help to Zubac on that little brush screen by Booker. And that's well designed by Monty Williams, that you're going to have your best offensive player set the screen in that situation for that exact reason. The guy guarding him cannot give help on the guy that the screen is being set for. And as a result, Zubac got hit just enough that he was not able to recover in time. And then, like I said, Jay Crowder with a perfect sight line to deliver a perfect pass. And all Ayton had to do, catch it and put it in, and he did it. And this could be the series-defining moment, because if the Clippers get a split, we're looking at a different series going forward, I believe. But now, winning 4 out of 5 against this team is a lot different than what they had to do in the last 2 rounds.
Especially with Chris Paul likely coming back for Phoenix in Game 3. Remember, they won these first 2 games without him. Kawhi's status remains very much up in the air. And PJ, I'm just looking at the smile on your face. As a lifer in the coaching profession who's called up probably literally a million plays that you have dialed up with 1 second left in games, what were you thinking as you saw that one executed to perfection?
Well, I love the way they did execute the play, but I tell you what I love was DeAndre Ayton giving credit to everybody else. He said it's Jay's play because Jay made the pass. He said it's Devin's play because he set a good screen. And he said it's Monty's play because he designed it. All I had to do was jump. Well, guess what? The jumping was still pretty good, but I love DeAndre Ayton being truthful and giving the credit to his teammates, which was, I think a great thing to hear. He's a talented young player getting better already.
So both of you guys, I want you to hear the perspective of Ryan Clark. I brought Ryan in here for this as well. No one follows the NBA more closely than he does and loves it more than he does. And he gave us an extraordinary and concise explanation of all the things that happened at the end of that game in our meeting this morning. And I want to hear you guys' reaction to it. RC, the floor is yours.
Greeny, thank you for bringing in an expert, not someone who's won a three-point contest or taking people to championships and coaching the league, someone who truly understands the game of basketball, someone who understands that Zubac can't jump over a wet hamburger bun. And so if he gets picked off and he throw the ball by the rim, he's not going to be able to get up with Deandre Ayton, who admittedly said in his post-game press conference, it was about my athleticism in the end. Zubac don't have that. And then I had my phone sitting right behind me on this counter. My bed's way over there because I had to get up for this 5 o'clock get up meeting, and I was going to get up, walk over, and tweet about how clutch PG was being, that it was no longer pandemic P, that it was playoff P, and then he misses 2 whole free throws. And what about the rules, guys? Timmy, what about the rules? PJ, what about the rules? Do you know why Monty got to draw up that great play? Because they had a timeout. Because the last 2 minutes of the game took 2.5 hours. That's why I'm hoarse now. That's why I'm sleepy. So he gets a timeout, draws up a great play, and he says, hey, Deandre, you know what? If they throw it by the rim, you got to, dunk it. And what does he do? He dunks it. And for me, it's not just about the last play, guy. It's about the last 2 minutes.
There you go. There you go, Tim Legler. That's the voice of the fan. What do you think?
Yeah, look, he's right. I mean, there were so many stoppages, PJ and Ryan, in the last 2 minutes of the game. You could have, forget drawing up an out-of-bounds play, you could have put in a whole new offense if you wanted to, that they've never even seen before. They had so much time. I mean, I'm surprised they didn't take them over to the practice court and walk through some stuff.
They may have legs
to get that done.
They might have done
you were
that.
making a very important point about that to me before the show today, about the way that people coach games and how this is not just frustrating to watch, but there is actually an impact. I'd love you to make that point.
Well, it used to be part of the art of coaching, if you will, was to hoard your timeouts till the end of the game. I mean, if you got to the end of the game and you didn't have a timeout, that fell on you. And sometimes you're making these decisions first quarter, second quarter, the other team's on a run. You would feel good as a coach, and your team would love it if you got to the end of the game and you had a timeout. Well, that art of coaching is out the window now because of the reviews. It doesn't matter if you had to use all your timeouts. You're kind of gifted extra ones. You can't count on them being there, but there was enough of them there last night. It was unbelievable. I mean, even a football guy could have understood what you were talking in the timeout and executed in that situation.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.